How's it going, everybody? It's Captain OJ from KYP. I'm doing a deck profile of my DDD deck, the one that I've been playing for pretty much over a year now that we finally got the Pendulum Domination Structure deck. And let's get started with the main decks. Just tell me when to go. Alright, so first you got your three DDD Ragnaroks. This is part of one of your main plays. Man, it helps get a lot of your bigger DDD monsters back from the deck, especially when you go for the late grind game. When you got to get your Siegfried, or any of your other big DDDs. DDD Kepler. Kepler is your Stratos for your Stratos card. This guy helps search for any of your Dark Contract cards, spell, or traps. Most of the time you're going to be going for Dark Contract with the Swamp King or Dark Contract with the Gate. Now you're getting to more of your combo pieces. This is DDD Swirl Slime. Swirl Slime is a fusion from hand and a special summon from graveyard. You banish it. This is what I was talking about, like mid to grind game. When you get Ragnarok in your hand, you banish him from your graveyard, and you can recover some of your other larger DDD monsters that are in your graveyard. This is more for the extended combos. It's the DDD Necro Slime. He's another one of these fusion cards from graveyard, but it's a pretty good card. I was thinking of putting it down to 2, but 3 is still a staple as of right now. 3 Lamias. Lamia is the new card that we really needed out of the structure deck. It's a level 1 tuner, and it can special summon itself by discarding a DD or Dark Contract card from your hand or field to the graveyard, except for Pendulum monsters. The reason why is because Pendulum monsters go to the extra deck. But normally you bring it back 3-4 times before you even have to use that effect to get your major combo off.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Next I play 2 Orthos. A lot of people I find aren't playing 2 Orthoses. I don't understand why, but I play 2 Orthos mainly because it's backrow destruction, and I play Pot of Desire, so I don't want to be banishing it. Keep going. Okay.
No, because it stopped recording.
Okay. Next, oddly enough, I only play 1 DD Thomas. I find I'm not using the recovery effect too often, and normally, because of the way I built the deck, I turbo out Siegfried, Crystal Wing, and Hope Harbinger. So a lot of the times I don't have to worry about the deck, the duel going too long afterwards to have to use its recovery effect. Next, I'm going to go into the spells. 3 Dark Contract with the Gate. Dark Contract with the Gate is an essential part of this deck. You always have to play it at 3.
Yeah, it's your main searcher.
Yeah, it's your main searcher for any of your DD monsters. And every one of your monsters you play, or in my variant anyways, are all DDDs, so it can search out any combo piece that you need. The next one is Dark Contract with a Swamp King. Dark Contract with a Swamp King is it's another one of these, I guess you can call it substitute combo pieces. If you don't have Swirl Slime, or if you don't have Necro Slime in your hand and you have other combo pieces, this can be an equivalent substitute. The next one, I play 3 Into the Void. Yeah. The way I built this deck is mainly to turbo out with the Siegfried, Crystal Wing, and Hope Harbinger. With this, it's basically another upstart, so it helps you just dig a little bit further into your deck to get your combo pieces. I played 2 Pot of Desires. I was thinking of playing a 3rd, but the 3rd, I'm too afraid of drawing into the second one, and I find that happens enough when you have 2 of them in your deck anyways.
Yeah, you don't want to banish all the wrong stuff.
No,
I've done it once where I got rid of 2 Lamias.
Yeah. So a lot of times you're either gonna play this first just to get more of your combo pieces, or you're gonna play it at the end of your turn to try to get some of your traps or whatever else, or other combo pieces. I played 2 Werewolf though. I mainly search for either Lamia or Necro Slime are the ones that I'd be searching out with. And if you're lucky enough, you can get a D-Arc on field, and then you'll actually gain 2,000 life points instead of taking the damage because of the search. All your monsters in this DDD deck are dark, so 3 Allure Darkness is yeah, it's almost a must in this deck, and it really helps out with the consistency, and it helps get multiples out of your hand so that you can dig deeper in your deck, get your other combo pieces. 1 for 1, under most circumstances, you're going to go for Kepler. Kepler will help search for your Dark Contract to search any of your other combo pieces, but 1 for 1 is just a really good card, even to get your Lamia or something else out on the field. 1 Upstart Goblin, like I said, with the Into the Void. It just helps dig further into your deck and get your combo pieces faster. Now for the traps, I played 2 Strike. Strike's really good in this format, actually in most formats. Just stop monster effects, or special summon is just a really good good negation.
Strike.
One Vanity's Emptiness. If you can get your 3-card combo on the field plus a Vanities, you win the game. There's no real way for them to get around that. And finally, 2-dimensional barriers. Right now, it's a heavy XYZ and pendulum format. So you name one of these first turn against your opponent, and under most circumstances, you give yourself one hell of an advantage. After that,
move on to the extra deck.
Move on to the extra deck. I'll start off with the theme monsters. 1 DDD Cursed King Siegfried. This is another one of the new guys that we were waiting so long for. It's a once per turn negate for either spells or traps during either player's turn. Next I play only 1 D-Arc. You don't go into her too often. You go into her more for like a big beater. The next I have 2 Genghis. Genghis is another one of your combo pieces that help you just continuously bring your monsters back from the graveyard.
Monster Reborn.
Pretty much. And basically what it does is when another DD or DDD monster is special summoned to your side of the field, you can special summon another one from the graveyard. DDD Beowulf is, he's an interesting card, mainly because he's almost like a heavy storm on your standby phase. You can destroy all spells and traps, which isn't that bad, but under most circumstances, you're going to be using it to XYZ into Hope Harbinger.
Yeah.
And it does have, it allows all your DDD extra, or DDD monsters to do piercing, so that's a good effect as well.
Yeah.
I don't know why most people aren't running this one. Wave Oblivion King Caesar Ragnarok. He's actually a very, very good card, and I've actually been able to steal games because of him.
Yeah, likewise. That's how I was able to pull off that other one there.
Yeah.
Utopia, I think.
For another synchro of the DDDs, Gus King Alexander. He's like another Genghis, but I find Gus King Alexander it only really is good for bringing back Lamia. And that's if you're able to keep your play going. I'd say this is the boss monster of the deck. DDD Duo Don King Kali Yuga. You bring this out against a either a pendulum deck or a demise deck, and under most circumstances you're going to win if you can get his effects off. He's a heavy storm and he's a cold wave, so he negates all effects on the field. Doesn't matter what it is. So as long as it's summon ain't negated, there's a good chance you can destroy everything on the field. Now for the synchros, the non-archetype specific ones. Trishula, obviously he's a little difficult to go into, but he can be
one. What is Trishula?
Yeah, Trishula, he's a really good card. Plucking a card out of your hand, at your opponent's hand, graveyard, and field is always sure, you might be using 3 materials, but you're also gaining almost an advantage with that as well. I play 1 Scarlet Red Dragon Archfiend. Just another way of mass field destruction. At the moment, because of the way the format is, a lot of people aren't running negation or whatever. So once you get this guy on the field, or unless you're playing strike, you should be able to destroy your opponent's like monster field and be able to attack directly at that point. The only problem is it destroys all special summon monsters. So if you don't bring them out first, you might be destroying a lot of your other DDDs or your other pieces. So watch out if you're using him. Formula Synchron. It's another way of getting deeper into your deck. But also, this would be, under most circumstances, setting up your Trishula play. You play it on your opponent's turn after they normal summon or set something, and then from there it allows you to just gain a little bit further advantage. I play 1 Odd Eyes Meteor Burst Dragon. If you have Ragnarok in scale, it allows you to special summon it to the field, and he allows you to get one of your bigger DDDs from the graveyard. Under most circumstances, you're going to be doing this just so you can synchro up from him to get out Crystal Wing, and Crystal Wing is one hell of a boss monster in this deck as well. Especially when you get the 3-card combo on the field, it's a little bit nuts.
Oh yeah, and he's still selling for what, $100?
Yeah, he's $100 right now, so that's, I'm glad I got him cheap.
Yeah.
The next one is Psyframe Lord Omega. Psyframe Lord Omega, if you really have no other synchro plays to go into, I would really suggest going into him. At least from there you can recover some of your banished cards and or banish something out of your opponent's hand, and hopefully you get something significant. And finally, I play 1 Hope Harbinger. Hope Harbinger's, like I said, another one of these if anything plays. If you have to go for something, a minuscule board, I'd say go for him, because at least with him you can negate spells and traps. Or, sorry, not traps, only spells.
Yeah, spells.
Now, the side deck is really up to personal preference. The last regionals I went to, I ended up playing full forest virus. I only really got a chance to play it once, and it did help me win a game, but it didn't help me win the match.
Oh, okay.
I played 2 anti-spell. 3 I find was overkill, and because of the diverse format that we're in, it doesn't really help all that much at the moment.
Yeah.
2 Max Cs for the side. It's Max C. Especially when going second, it really helps out. Especially it stops. Yeah, and it helps hold your opponent off, and hopefully it gives you a bit more advantage. I play a bit more spell and trap destruction, especially if I'm going like against like a pendulum deck or a what do you call it, a demise deck. This really helps out, along with the anti-spell if you're going up against pendulums. I played 2 holding legs specifically for demise decks. It helps bounce everything back to your opponent's hand, so it forces them to wait 1 whole turn. I would be playing Denko Sekka, but unfortunately I don't have a lot of money and I had to go for the budget version. Right now there's a lot of Infernoids and a lot of Cosmos are expected to be doing a comeback. So I have 2 Imperial Iron Walls. And finally, I just play Massive Field Destruction. I have 2 Dark Holes and run Regeki.
Was that a French Imperial Wall?
I think so. I think it's I think it says Mer or something.
Yeah.
Mer de Fer Imperial.
I was just looking at that. I was like, oh.
I like it because it's ultra rare. So.
Yeah.
So that's it for my DDD deck. I hope you guys enjoyed. Like the video, subscribe, and do all that good stuff. Take care, guys.